my favorite sock. I wonder where the other one is. It's my favorite sock. And then I need to recake these. Some yarn that I used for something or other. Scrap. And beautiful blue. I'm putting this here, and I'm just going to throw these in here because these are technically scraps. Figure out where the quilt kit, just white and gray. It's for the Lo and Behold Stitcheries Cover Knitted Star Throw Quilt Kit. This is what it looks like. Isn't that beautiful? I do wish I had different colors instead of gray and white, but it is what it is. It'd be beautiful if it was like green and white, but it's a really lovely color. 2 yards of the white, 2 3/4 of the white. So if I chose not to do the quilt, it wouldn't be enough to do a skirt. Here, I'm gonna keep this together, keep it protected. I got this a really long time ago and never even started. I need to do that, but that'll probably have to wait until after the Homespun Collective quilt. So that's gonna go back in here. It'll go back in here. So I'm gonna leave that like that. I would love to put these other balls of yarn that I have over here that I'm using for my crochet blanket, but I don't want to mix up. Honestly, at this point, it probably doesn't matter. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go get those yarns and put them in here and then put them back. Save a whole bunch. And there's definitely enough to make extra. What are they? Granny Hexis. The Granny Hexis blanket that I'm doing. So I have quite a bit of, this was like the first batch that I used. And there's so much left over. I need to make more Hexis out of this stuff. Okay, this is gonna go into the basket. This one and then back in there. Yes. Oops. I don't know why I was sitting taller. That fell over. Lazy Susan, Lazy Kate, sorry, it's not Lazy Susan, it's Lazy Kate. There. Okay, that helps that. So this sock needs to go in my bedroom. Jewelry stuff that I got in the mail the other day. Need to find a spot for that soon. Let's see what else do I have here. So dusty, so dusty. I wish I had a spot. I bought all these gold jewelry off of Amazon a while ago and I forgot about it because I hid it away, but I don't want to put it fully away so I can occasionally wear it. Anyways, I stuck, what do you want to call it? This is gonna have to sit like that. Let me turn you that way so you can see it. Okay, so the other day I was sitting here at my desk and I was looking at my grid wall right here, and the yarn was spread out and there was a lot of empty spots. And I was just like, it's almost too big to be right here. But then I thought, oh, well, what if I cut like wood to make shelves, because these, the things that are holding the yarn, they're quite wide. And I'm like, I could put a block of wood on top, like, but I was like, okay, well, I don't have the right type of wood in my garage right now to cut into, and I'm not gonna go to the store. And then I was like, well, I have these IKEA shelves. These are like picture shelves. Now it's not the exact same as this because these ones are wide. This one is wider. This is where's the name? That's the name right here. I'm not sure what those ones are called at the moment. They're a little, like I said, they're a little bit skinnier. Probably like that, honestly. And they're black. And so I was just like, I had 2 of those that I wasn't using. So I was just like, oh, what if I just put those on there to hold the bottles that I needed held for the moment? And it works. I do wish they were wider so that I could put bigger things up there, but it works. I'm not putting the white one up just because it doesn't match. And maybe I'll figure out something else for this. I don't know where I got, I mean, obviously they're IKEA, but I don't think I've actually purchased these from IKEA. I think I got them secondhand. Anyway, so that's what I've done here to utilize some more space on the grid wall. And then you can see my pegboard that I just got the other day from IKEA. I got that hung up. I need to 3D print some more things to hold this spools of thread, and slowly curate that. But yeah, I'm just straightening my desk now, and well, I mean, that's what you were watching. And it's not terrible. The only thing that's really kind of unknown is important paperwork. It's like pay stubs from when, pay stubs, new insurance information. What else is here? Retirement information, bills that I paid, so I can probably throw those away. See, I need to find a spot to put that stuff. Yeah, these are bills that are paid. So, and then I have this of random. These were gifted to me as a teacher gift. Hand sanitizer. We have brad fasteners. I have shower. What is this? Shower steamer bar that was gifted. My daughter's stapler remover. 2 lights that I have. I don't know what to do with all this stuff. These are the things that I am curious, like, what do people do with the random stuff they have? So, anyways, this is a really long clip. Probably edit some of it. I'm getting warm now that I'm moving around a bit, but I really just wanted this cleaned up, because if I want to get to sewing over there, I need to clean all that up. And that was a hot mess. So the rest of the freaking room is a hot mess. Such a hot mess. Welcome to my life. Hey friends, just really quickly, because I'm about to do something else. I did how many stripes today? I tried so hard. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and just started the 4th one. I tried. It's a lot. It's okay. I'm not going to rush myself. I would love to have it done before the end of the month, but I don't. That's not going to happen. So anyways, we just had a wonderful little storm. I feel like it hasn't rained since June. That's what it feels like. And it decided to really come down, and it was so nice. My husband got home, so I went out to the garage to greet him, and so I'm like, the garage door's open, and we're kind of just enjoying the little bit of rain, and all of a sudden this big crack of lightning, and then the thunder was immediately scared the crap out of me. I think it probably hit really close. Anyways, but I think it's mostly done, but I'm not entirely sure. Like, I think it might still be raining a little bit. I don't know. Anyways, I wanted to try something different. I was watching somebody on YouTube, and they were talking about Tour de Fleece, and then they showed their Turkish spindle, and I'm like, oh, that's right, that is a thing I forgot existed, and a lot of people 3D print them. So that's what I did. I just found one on printable.com because there wasn't really much on Maker's World. I don't know if this is a good one. I don't know. It's not very heavy. I don't know. I know people talk about weight and stuff like that. I don't have any luck with drop spindles and whatnot. So I have the traditional top and bottom whirl. I should probably grab all this stuff. Okay, grabbed all my supplies. So when I lived in Germany, I lived in Germany in 2009 to 10, so in the winter months. So I think I moved there in October of 2009 and left March of 2010. I was a knitter back then. I was in my full knitting crochet world. Like, I was still pretty new to both of those. And somehow I came across spinning. I don't know how, but I watched a few videos back then that I could find on YouTube, because again, YouTube was still relatively new back then. But I found out about drop spindles, so I ordered these, I believe, off of Etsy. I could not be for sure, but these are the top and bottom whirl. It was like a kit, both of these, plus like a little bundle of fiber to spin. Don't mind what is on here. I had no luck with the bottom whirl. I just cannot get that. Top whirl, I can kinda, sorta. I'm not very good at it, but I can kinda, sorta spin on this. And what's nice is there's these hooks. So that helped a lot. And then I let that go because I was like, I can't figure this out. I don't like that people say, if you want to try spinning, try those first. Don't. I don't think that's good advice, because I could never, ever get that. Like, it was always really crappy. I think an electric spinning wheel, like an eel wheel nano, while that is tiny, it is affordable, and that helped me learn how to spin. Before I got my ladybug, I had an eel wheel nano from Dreaming Robots. Somebody's making noise in the kitchen. Anyways, fast forward several years, I forget about it, and then, oh my God. I don't know if you can hear that, but that is absolutely ridiculous, whatever is happening down in my kitchen. My husband, the kids, who knows? Banging metal bowls. Anyways, let that all go. Decided, it's probably not for me. It's whatever. A couple years ago, kind of reintroduced to it because I did pick up knitting again, and then the YouTube world just really blew up with knitting content, and that crossed over into spinning. And that's when I learned about the electric eel wheel, and you know, spinning wheels and all that stuff. And so I was like, okay, maybe I should try this again. Definitely tried again on this. Still sucked terribly at this. So I got myself the electric eel wheel nano, and it took me a good 3 weeks to learn how to spin on that. But I was able to manage, and I did okay. It was obviously a smaller machine, so that really sucked. And then within a few months, I mean, it was Christmas time, my husband got me the shacked ladybug. And I was like, oh, this is beautiful. And so I got into spinning, and then so I was seeing more spinning content. And then I learned about supported spindles. And I thought they were gorgeous, but I was like, oh, I can't afford stuff like that. But I did eventually. I found somebody here in Colorado through Etsy who made beautiful support spindles. The bowl's separate, so I had to buy that separately, but local to me-ish, a couple hours away. And I got this beautiful support spindle. I've never been able to spin on this. Don't know how. Can't find any. Well, when I first bought it, I could not find any videos on how to start spinning on this. That's the problem. How do you start? Is there a lead you need to put on this? How do you do it? Like, how do you start spinning on something like this? I was just never good at it. I can do it just fine like this, but I'm right-handed, so I would technically need to spin on in this hand and draft, because I don't think I can draft this way. So this is awkward for me. So I've never been able to spin on this. I just have no clue how. I have not tried to find any videos maybe that somebody has made to, you know, so you can learn how to do this. But it's beautiful. It just sits on my shelf. Very lovely. But then I've always wanted one of these. And I would prefer a wooden one, you know, to go with all my other wooden spindles. But I saw a lot of these, you know, 3D printed ones out in the world. I just couldn't justify spending the money on it. But obviously I have a 3D printer now, so it costs way more money now. But no, it's okay. So I made this one real quick. Again, I don't know much about it. I have heard about, like I said, the weights and stuff like that. So I was going to watch a video, because I think I found one. It's called Starting a Leader on a Turkish Spindle by the Spinning Sarah. So I was going to try out this video and see how that works. And then I have a little extra fiber. So I took off a really skinny piece, because I always see people just using skinny, but also like this much. So I might pull this apart too. I don't know yet when they do use these. So I'm going to attempt that. But before I do that, this just reminded me. I never showed you the finished spin that I did at the beginning of the month. I am so sorry about that. This is what we got from the roll legs that I made and then spun up. Not great. There's a lot of underspun areas. There's some skinnier bits, chunkier bits. So it's not perfect. I don't know if it's probably just because I rush. Whoa. That was a big one. No thunder? Okay, there it is. Wasn't too bad. Anyways, so it's not like fantastic. Anyways, so when I pulled it off of the Nitty Knotty, I was actually quite amazed. I have an issue where I tend to overply, and so when you pull it off the Nitty Knotty and hold it straight up and down while it's hanging, it will start to twist on itself a bit. This hung perfectly straight. I was quite shocked. But I don't think that means anything like fantastic in the grand scheme of this skein with the underspun bits and whatnot. But I did take the time to count potentially yardage. I don't know. So is roughly 292 yards, 160 grams, and I'm guessing a worsted to Aran weight. It really just depends. Oh, it's raining again. It just depends, I guess, on what part of the strand you're at. But yes, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I don't know if I want to even list this on Etsy just because of the low quality, in my opinion. But yes, I wanted to show you because I felt really bad that I forgot to completely show you guys. It is definitely not like a color that is screaming to me either. It feels very muddy as well. Anyways, I'm going to let you go and I'm going to figure this out. So I'm gonna go get my hair cut, and this is what it looks like before. And I'll show you the after. It's a bit messy, but that's okay because I'm gonna go get it taken care of. Okay, here's the after. Obviously it's not exactly the shag I was looking for yet. It really depends on how my hair does after I wash it. So it is layered. It is everything like that. It looks good. It's just, it's been blow dried. So I'm not sure what it'll look like when it's textured more. So I'm not too mad about it. And I'm not mad about it. Last time I got like layers, they were like super short. So this is still good. And yeah, everything is framed, you know, it frames it real nice, and I like it a lot. My stinging bangs are right here, that little cowlick of mine. Oh, nobody can see anything in the horizontal. Oh. So yeah. Okay, so let me go ahead and talk about what I was doing last night, 'cause from what you've seen in the clips. You have seen this. This is the first, what do you want to call it, Turkish spindle that I 3D printed and was trying yesterday. And I got about that far, but this was quite a struggle. Like, there's not much on here. I tried this morning, just to see if I could get the hang of it now that I've done it on another one as well, which I'll show you in just a minute. And no, I think it's this spin. Oop. I think it's a spindle. Look at how it's not working out. So that one wasn't great. So I did 3D print like a bigger one last night to try. And this one, as you saw in the clip, spins beautifully. Like, I had absolutely no struggle. Sorry, I'm just trying to adjust. This is the biggest of this style. I mean, it looks just like the other one, but you see I got these cute little stripes in there. So this one I just did black and white. So there's a little white stripe in the arms. I'm not entirely sure what these pieces would be considered. But I was able to spin quite a bit last night and I had almost no issues. Like, it spins beautifully. It spins well, that was a really thin piece. It spins beautifully. It spins forever. Let me see if I can reattach this. Nope, it's like really, really thin right there. So this is a really bad example, right? It spins forever and beautifully. So I really enjoyed actually working on this last night, and I got that much done of this really thin spin. And so this morning I haven't tried it yet because I've been so busy, but I 3D printed like the medium size to see, and this one I did black and yellow. I want to make like a pink and marbled one, so I think I'll do that at some point. But I'm going to test this one out later with some more. This is just superwash merino that I had. What is that? This is just superwash merino that I had that I dyed. That's the stuff that I used when I did the roll eggs. So I'll try that a little bit later, but I think these are going to be like the good ones. So I might offer these on Etsy as well if anybody's interested. But these ones are, this one is super, super nice and just worked up like a dream. So yeah, I definitely want to see if the medium works. There is a small version of that as well, but I'm like, I don't know if a small is necessary, but maybe somebody would like a small one. But yeah, this is nice and weighty. Like, it's nice and heavy, and it just goes and goes, and I was pretty addicted. So I did not get the rest of my stripes done last night. I did not. So I'm going to work on that today around the chores that I have to do, which I wrote down here, trash. I did do dishes before I left for my haircut, but there are some more that need to be done still. So probably do that, and litter boxes, because it is Thursday. Got litter boxes. And that's it on the agenda for right now. It is almost 2 o'clock, so yeah.
I have this fantasy that I want to watch you have sex with another man. My heart immediately dropped because I thought, oh, here it is.
I was just knitting and I looked down and noticed a piece of fiber got stuck in there while I was knitting, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to get that out of there. Speaking of fiber, here is what I have. So I made this basket last night, 3D printed it. Wanted something to keep my fiber in. This is what I've spun up so far. It's very pretty. This color is very vibrant and gorgeous. So that's just one, and then the other one I put up there for now. Isn't that so pretty? It's so pretty. But yeah, and I made my basket match my Turkish spindle. I'd made the medium one for myself to use for this project. I don't know if it's my favorite. Where's my mini one? This is the mini. I did it in white and pink. And this one was really nice. And then I have, I took the larger part. This is the large one. This is the one I started with the other day. And this one spins really, really nice too. The medium one, not 100% sold on it yet, but yeah, I have so many of these. I also have this medium one like I could have used, but I wanted a marble and tan one because the tan almost makes it look like gold a little bit. And so I made my matching bucket in that. But yeah, these are available on my Etsy if you're interested. Let's make sure we don't mix up. Okay. Yep. They're available on my Etsy. You can, don't mind this chain. I need to put this back together. But you can personalize, obviously, your size. And all the size information is on the listing. And then you can personalize the colors. You can choose what color, the main color, and then what color for the stripe. But yeah. I do not have the marble listed. That is not an option, unfortunately. I am sorry, but oh, and my pink that I would use is a darker pink because I ran out of this lighter pink. So it's a darker pink, but all the colors are on the listing as well, so you can see. But yeah, gonna get back to this. I have, I think, 4 out of the 1, 2, 3, and I'm finishing up the 4th out of, I mean, I know I initially said 6, and which is true, 6, and then I would need an additional 3, so I'm just being like, I need another 9. So 4 out of 9, which means 5 more. So I'm gonna see what I can do today. It is very toasty today. So, but yeah, I gotta get that purple fiber out of there. Good morning, friends. Oh. Good morning, friends. It is 8 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. I have not been vlogging a lot, and I feel like that is because I filmed a lot on Wednesday, maybe Thursday too, and that was a lot of, it's probably a lot of content. I don't know. I haven't started editing it yet. But also not much has been going on here, you know. I'm just chilling, just knitting away, and you know, this, I have not done a whole heck of a lot. I've done, you know, this much, which again is not a lot in the grand scheme. I made this basket with my 3D printer to hold the rest of the fluff, and it matches my, what do you want to call this thing? Turkish spindle. But yeah, I didn't do a heck of a lot. I think I've been focusing more on this because I want to get this done. So yeah, actually the reason why I am checking in now is because I'm actually just 1 stripe short of the bottom, but I realized the way my patterning would be, if I did the last stripe, it would be the same color as the hem. Like, okay, so I had no real thought process when it came to the hems and stuff like that. I know I mentioned before that I wanted the collar to be white because the other color is very similar to my skin tone, and I didn't want that right up next to my face. So I did do the white. But now, you know, and then I was like, oh, I don't know about the bottom hem and then the sleeve cuffs, you know, I don't know. At this moment, if I do the last stripe, it'll be white, which means then the hem does need to be the beige color. But then I was also thinking, oh, where's the hem? Oh, excuse me. It's still a little sleepy. I wanted to see how many rows the bottom hem was. If it's the similar as this, then that means it's gonna be thicker than my stripes. And I don't think I want to do stripes in my hem. I think I would rather have a small hem. I'm just gonna take a peek at the pattern real quick. I might put it on hold. Well, I'm gonna try it on real quick actually. And then I might put the bottom on hold and, oh, excuse me, see how much yarn is left after I do the sleeves. Because I don't know if I should do the bottom hem in tan or if I should do it in white. I feel like tan would be better. It wouldn't stand out. I feel like with the white color that stands out a little bit, and I don't think I want the hem to stand out, but maybe the sleeves. I don't know. I might need to look at a couple of striped shirts. Anyways, let's go ahead and try this on, or at least I want to. I have a big hair clip in today to hold this mess of hair that I have. And plus, I gotta remember, this is gonna probably grow a little bit. All right, so belly button is here. This is sitting right at my hips, the top of my hips. And then it'd be one more, or well, like 4 more rows to make one stripe. Plus, yeah, that's not bad. I mean, I should also probably block this before putting the hem on. Chair's in the way. Yep, the chair's in the way. This is how much I have left of the second 2 balls. And again, I don't know how the white goes faster, but it does. This is the white, this is the tan, beige, cream, whatever you want to call it. I have no clue how this goes faster. I don't know how many rows I could actually get out of this. Maybe I should just do the last 4 stripes in white, because I'm thinking I'd want this down here, and then use the last 2 balls, or just leave, shoot. What was I thinking about doing? Do the last stripe, and then cut this off. Leave this attached, but don't finish it. Grab the last 2 balls of yarn and do the sleeves. White cuffs for the sleeves, beige for the bottom, so it kind of blends in. I don't want this to be too short, because then I'm not going to wear it. Anyways, I think that is the plan for today. I'm gonna go ahead and just finish up the last stripe. I was gonna hold off because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do for the hem, but I'm pretty sure I want the hem to just blend in, and then the sleeves can be striped down and then do white. I'm gonna do a little bit of research and then make my decision from there, I guess. Okay, it's only been like 2 or 3 minutes. It was a pretty quick research. Commercially made t-shirts, the only difference is usually the color. Everything else is just continues to just be in pattern of the stripe, which is pretty easy for commercially made t-shirts because you're just folding the fabric under and hemming it. So I went to Ravelry to just see what other people, you know, I just typed in striped tees and then did a quick pattern search for that, and it looks like most also just keep in pattern with the stripes as best as they can. So that's what I'm going to do. Hey, so I ran out of yarn and I have half of a row left of the white. to finish the stripe, like the whole stripe, all 4 rows. I have just half of the body to go to finish off that stripe. So I'm going to have to add that, and that's hilarious because then after that I just cut it. Why couldn't this have lasted until the end of the round, whatever. But alas. So yeah, gonna finish that off, cut it. I'm going to wrap this up nicely and just clip it to the project, and then grab the other full new skein of that color as well and pick up the sleeves. I'm going on a little mini day trip, road trip tomorrow. Not very far. It's like 2.5 hours away, but that's going to be a lot of good knitting time. So I want to get a sleeve picked up, ready to go. Yeah, because it's going to be busy. I'm just like, if I can get most of the sleeve, if not the whole sleeve done tomorrow, that would be fantastic. That means I can use the rest of the week to get the other sleeve done and the bottom hem, and cut fabric, sew the skirt that I want to make, because obviously Monday is kind of like a day where I don't have a lot of time. I mean, sometime, you know, like I said, I'm going to be in the car for a while at some point, so there's that, but I won't be home. And in the morning I'm going to go over to the school and see what else needs to be done. Tuesday, I have almost a full day at work. Tuesday, a full day at work, pretty much. It's definitely the welcome back. We have meetings. We have, I would say breakfast. We don't have breakfast. We have to do pictures and all that jazz. Lunch, if need be, like they want us to do like team lunches. We'll see. But yeah, it's gonna be a full day of that. And then I have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Is there anything on my calendar? Nothing on my calendar. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday are free days. The following Monday after that, I mean, by that time my vlogs will be done, but following Monday I have roundup with my children, so they get to meet teachers, get their schedules. What else? Oh, they have to take pictures for their IDs. Tuesday I'm free, and then the following Wednesday, the 5th, my first day back at work with students. Yep. And then it just gets hectic from there. That's why I cannot continue doing vlogs from there, because full days at work, my daughter has practice, and a whole bunch of things to do. We're going to go see the Savannah Bananas on the 15th, and then I'm going to go watch Six, the musical, in the movie theaters on the 16th. And then nothing but a bunch of cheer practice, work. Oh yeah, it's a lot. But it's good to be back into, excuse me, a routine. Like a physical routine that I don't have a whole lot of control over, which is good for me. So anyways, so yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm like, I need to get this. I want to get this finished before I start school, work, whatever you want to call it. So I don't know how long these sleeves are going to take. I don't feel like they would take very long. But yes, the goal today is to get this picked up, which should be just fine, because again, I'm not going to do the hem on this just yet. This is where I work. We're getting it put together, kind of, sort of, a little bit here and there. But it's nice because we have lots of windows and a huge classroom. Like chicken curtains, this cute little tent that kids can go into, have quiet time. This is gonna be my spot. Yeah, just thought I'd show you before. It is against the rules. Privacy. I've received a message from my provider. I got my results back this morning. Everything's fine. My mammogram was all. Do you want to cover yours?
Not really, but kind of.
Here, give me that back. There.
Don't forget, kids are still trying to develop ears.
Yeah, here you go. Sorry, baby. Yeah, I know. Find a good spot. Look at my face. I don't know if this is sunburn or if, because I did have an umbrella over me, or if this is just because oh my goodness. It is too hot. It is way too hot for me. I was not feeling so great, so I had to come sit in the car. The train is the big boy 4014. We traveled about 2 hours north of where we live to come see it because we're making 3 stops in Colorado. Anyways, definitely heat exhaustion or something. I was not feeling good. I had to leave. And thankfully a lady saw me on the street walking back to the car and gave me a bottle of water, but oh god, I can't do heat. I need to stop complaining when it's cold. This looks terrible. I don't think it's sunburn, but my family's still up there. I'm hoping my kids are okay. But I hope the train just leaves soon so that they can come back in the car as well. This is red. Okay. Other than that, that's what we did. I mean, I got a video of it. I think it's coming. Everybody's running. Maybe. All right. Excuse me. Okay, I'm back home. If I decided to put the footage in from the previous clip, I am okay. I am doing better. I'm home. I got some liquid IV and I am going to sip on that for the rest of the night. I looked up the symptoms and it's I pretty much got heat exhaustion. It was definitely not fun at all. But I just want to let you know I am okay. I am okay. I will be fine. I need to drink more water. That is something I struggle greatly with. You see how that water bottle right there? It's very rare if I ever use it. I do drink more water when I'm working because I do pack a water every day to take to work. Now, do I drink it? Not always, but I do drink more when I am out of the house. When I'm at home, I drink a lot of sodas. And it's typically Mountain Dew, which is like probably the worst of them, right? But yes, I know. I understand water is just very difficult for me to drink. And I don't like sparkling water. I don't like flavored waters. I mean, except for like liquid IV. Those are the only waters that I like. I've tried healthy sodas like Poppy and Olipop. Those are all disgusting to me. They're just, every last one, nasty. I have not found a single healthy alternative to make, you know, drinking water or at least less soda easier for me. The only thing I've found so far is liquid IV, and that has a lot of sugar in it. And the flavor that I like is the golden cherry, and I don't think they make a sugar-free version. And usually when it's sugar-free, they put stevia, and I can't stand stevia either. That is disgusting. So I am okay. I will be okay. It's just a baby. Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, July 29th. This is the end of the last vlog for July and probably the last vlog I am going to do for the foreseeable future. I suppose we'll see how I feel. I mean, you'll find out when I post. But I don't think I filmed anything yesterday at all. Yesterday was a busy day. Yesterday was back to work kind of thing. So I got up early. I've actually been struggling to sleep. I think it's my anxiety, you know, these transitions, this time it's, you know, my son's going into middle school. So this is new all over again. It's for him. And I'm just like, and I think it's just, you know, normal. But yeah, I've been having a hard time sleeping. So I was up real early yesterday. But I got up, got ready, and I went to work and did everything we needed to do, did all our meetings and stuff, and hung out, and it wasn't a lot. It was just, you know, it was a busy day. I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, it's a school. I can't give a lot of details. So, I have the rest of the week off. I don't actually go back until next weekend. I'm not allowed to, unfortunately. The kids have what we call roundup on Monday. Like my kids do in the afternoon. And that means like picking up schedules, taking photos, and getting their IDs. For the elementary school, that means dropping off school supplies, meeting their teacher, and that kind of stuff. And in the past, I've been able to go to these things because I do want, you know, to meet the children and have them meet me kind of thing, blah, blah, blah. But because I'm an hourly staff, and with all the changes that have happened in the last couple of months with the school, I am no longer allowed to go unless it is a student contact day, which really, really bums me out. But it is what it is. I don't want to get in trouble, so I will not get to see or at least meet some of the students until the actual first day of school for them, which is going to make it a little bit difficult because there's a lot of changes. Like, not only did a lot of changes happen for staff, but a lot of changes have happened for the typical school day. And so now there's a lot more that I need to take care of in the morning. I'm curious to see what it's going to look like. Since we haven't done this before, like, we're offering the students breakfast in the morning now. And now, as being an instructional aid support staff, it'll be my responsibility to pick up students from the cafeteria or at least supervise and stuff like that. And I'm hoping that's not an everyday thing. There's been talk about like a schedule being made for all of the support staff. So I'm just like hoping it is like one time a week. That's what I'm hoping for. Because then that way I can actually be in the classroom prepping for the day as well, when I don't have to supervise. But we will see. All this stuff is new. It has not all been like kinked out yet, so I don't know. I'm going to show you my knitting now. So that's the plan, I guess, for the rest of this week and until, you know, next Wednesday. I'm going to get this finished, and I can do it. I'm going to see about sewing. I did get the waistband finished on the skirt I wanted to do, so there's just a little bit left of that. Well, I mean, a little bit left. There's doing pin tucks and then sewing it together, which should be pretty easy. I'm getting this mattress out of the house today, which is great. But yes. Oh, and then I think I'm going to swatch with the Kelborn Woolens yarn that I was gifted from Kelborn Woolens. Affiliate link in the description below if you are interested. I think I'm going to swatch with that. I have still been kind of undecided exactly what I want in it. I'm like, do I want a stockinette cardigan with that, or would that yarn be better suited for cables? I was like, I've eyed the Moby sweater, and obviously a lot of people make the Dagmar whatever, you know, the zip, the jacket, the sweater. That's an option as well, but honestly, I have a thrifted, here, I'm going to turn it very carefully because this is not fully stable. That white one under the yellow, that is thrifted, but it does look very similar. It's got the honeycomb cables down the center, so it looks very similar to the Dagmar, potentially. So I'm like, do I want to knit something that looks exactly like that when I already have something like that? But I think doing a gauge swatch is going to definitely help me make a better determination, because while that yarn that I did receive is labeled as a bulky, it doesn't look like a bulky or a chunky. So I need to, I think that's my other plan for the week, is to gauge swatch the yarn that I received and just make a decision. I've also been contemplating picking this back up. Definitely soon. It might be too hot still to work on that because this is a double layered boucle jacket. So that feels like a blanket. So that might be too hot still. But I've been thinking about this. This is the Winter Chunky Jacket by Gray Level Knitter. I'm almost done with that body, and then I think I want to do like the collar and the button band and stuff before I pick up sleeves. So yeah, that is what I've been thinking about. All right, I've still been chatting and haven't showed you knitting. What was it? On Monday when we went to go see the train, I had grand plans to work on this in the car and get quite a bit of the sleeve finished. I think I got like 1.5 stripes done in the car, like on the drive up. It was a new, like, we drove a way that we've never driven in Colorado before. And so I was pretty much more focused on seeing the landscape and whatnot. There was lots of cows, and there was a time where I got to see alpaca and llamas and sheep. So I was just like very much just enjoying the scenery for the most part. So like I said, I only got about like 1.5 stripes done. Yeah, so that's where I was, and I think I got to like here. And then on the way home, as you might have seen, I don't know, I haven't reviewed any of the footage yet, so I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to put it in, but I definitely got heat exhaustion while being at the train, you know, being there at the event. It wasn't even an event. It was just like everybody was lollygagging around the train tracks waiting for this train to show up. So it was very hot, and definitely, so I definitely did not do anything on the ride back home. I was like, nope, definitely not doing this. Oh, excuse me. So I didn't do anything on the car ride back home either. So did I even work on this in the evening? I don't know. I'll be honest, I don't know if I even worked on anything in the evening that night after we got home. I did work on it a little bit at work yesterday. We had one kind of, I feel like, unnecessary meeting. But I pulled it out and worked on that, but I could only do a little bit of that as well. I probably only did another let's see, finished up that stripe, did this stripe, and maybe part of this one during that meeting. It was very hot, and I was getting very like sticky. It was very humid yesterday, but it was hot in the gymnasium that we were in, so I didn't do a lot then, and then I worked on it a lot at home. So I did get that much. I'm pretty, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Just started the 13th stripe. So definitely very close, because I only have to do 14 stripes. So 2 stripes left, and then the cuff, but I'll definitely be trying it on before I do that. But this is what we're looking at like. So yes, I do believe that I can have this done within a week. So that'll be good. I will be posting my finished project on Instagram. So if you're interested, my Instagram is linked down below. I think I'm gonna try to start posting more on TikTok. I had no desire for the longest time, but because my daughter really wanted TikTok when she turned 13, I figured it'd be best if I have it as well. That way I can monitor some of her activity. So yeah, so now I have a TikTok because of that. So I was like, maybe I need to start what the heck? That looks weird. I need to start monitoring her. Or I mean, I need to start, what am I talking about? Oh my gosh. I should probably start posting more on TikTok. So I will try to link that down in the description as well. But yeah, that's where you'll be able to find this one is finished within a couple of days. What else? Not much else. Yeah, so I'm gonna let you go. I am so very grateful that you all have stuck around and watched my videos. I'm amazed I went through the whole month and was able to do this. Usually I burn out very quickly. I mean, very quickly. But thank you so much. If you decide that you enjoy my content, please subscribe and like. It helps with the algorithm. I always forget to ask you guys to subscribe and like, but please do. It helps a lot. And it's free. I'm not asking for any money from you. So thank you so much, and I will see you another time. Bye.